What advice would you give to somebody that maybe wants to start creating content but doesn't know where to start?
Solve a specific problem for a specific user. Because the problem is most people are kind of running around in circles thinking, oh, I'm going to show some lifestyle stuff, me on vacation, some motivational quotes. It goes nowhere. It falls on deaf ears. Whereas if you go after a specific audience, so you're helping entrepreneurs with their health and fitness, well, then it's very easy to think about what are the main content pillars within there, which could be, their nutrition, training, recovery, right, at a very high level. And then you kind of have this ideal avatar that you're creating for. And I always think about have someone in mind, right?
Yeah.
If you're trying to create anything, just actually have something tangible in mind. Luckily, I can observe people that I want to create content for. So whether that is like a prospect or whatnot, having an idea of like where they are at in their journey and just creating specific content for them. So let's say it is a early stage entrepreneur who wants to grow a podcast. Well, I can position that saying, hey, we can talk about your journey, your personal experiences. We can talk about some how-to guides, like how you would help people do X, Y, and Z. And also some tools, tactics, and techniques. So what frameworks do you have? What unique mechanism do you have? And when you start to sketch that out, that becomes this huge, huge, huge ecosystem and content system for you to pull ideas from. Because now you're not necessarily just creating content for anyone randomly waiting for people to listen. You're pulling in the right people. And this is largely untalked about in the online space because most people are trying to create content for themselves, right?
Yeah.
But there's a consumer on the other end, and that consumer will become a prospect, become a lead, from a lead, become a member to a customer to a client into a raving fan. So you need to set people on a journey, and that's why the way I kind of situate my content is that you don't need to buy from me, you just need to learn from me, and you're going to learn from me, and then over time, by virtue, through reciprocity, you'll probably even want to work with us at a time. So it's not about, again, the quick cash and infinite game. It's putting people on a much more longer time frame, and then allowing people, as a result, pick and choose where they want to start, right? And that's how you build a content business. It's not a creator. It's a very solid business, and your front end, marketing and sales, is just content. That's it. And that's where, we can sit down and have these conversations all day, learn more, divulge your ideas, and that's what people are going to buy at the end of the day, right? People buy the story, not the product. So that's where the way we got to kind of situate our content and our brand.
I think that's huge because that's one thing I've learned from people like I don't know if you've heard of Ryan Serhant, or you haven't heard of Ryan Serhant?
No.
Or Alex Hormozy. You probably heard of him. They basically are just like Ryan Serhant is one of the biggest, I guess, real estate brokers in the world. He's written 3 books, and yeah, he says kind of the same thing where it's just like, just always, like, I guess, market yourself, like just always be known. And the same thing with Alex Hormozy is just give free, invaluable content out, and that's like your I guess your lead or whatever to if you start teaching people for free and they see the value in that, they're gonna eventually want to work with you or do whatever.
And it's ascension model, right? I always talk about the ascension, that people will ascend from a free user into a paid user, like a SaaS, right? And you need to kind of put people on a journey for that too. The problem with just giving free value is that people will get so much value that they won't pay for you as well at the same time. So you need there's a careful balance there between giving it away,
just pure free,
and then also, and then having a mechanism then to help more people. So the way I like to have it is like you show people the results, you show people what you can do, you can give them the frameworks, but they pay for implementation. And that's the beauty of it, right? Because people want things to be implemented for them and they want to customize for them. So if at the end of the day, you know that I can help people with podcasts, well, you could learn it yourself, you could do it yourself, or you could get someone to do it for you, or you could get someone to advise it for you, right? Because the aspect of like actually helping people with your unique mechanism is what actually sells, right? So otherwise you could just Google the shit.
Yeah.
So that's a combination of having your story, telling your story, having your unique positioning in the market. And then at that point, then you also want to be able to give people an offer that they're actually going to engage with, right? So very careful balance on that, I think. Yes, give away as much as you can, but if you're literally giving someone a 25 page PDF of the step-by-step process for them to do it, well, at that point, they're going to probably just figure out the last percent.
Yeah.
Whereas you could show them the result, you could teach them the result, and then at that point, then they'll want to come and work with you effectively.
That's huge, man. That's good advice. I hope somebody takes that, and whoever's listening.